But it's a lot of hatred that's what's going on, and it has to stop.
Tonight, bringing you into the communities affected by gun violence in our final part of Shots Fired. We uncovered in the first half of this year 75% of the gun crime calls in Lafayette are in precincts 1 and 4, which include downtown and the north side. Tonight, the people affected and the numbers behind the crimes.
Here on West Foch Street, there are still signs of the scene from days earlier.
Were you afraid?
Yes, I was very afraid, very, very afraid.
It was here where police were called for shots fired. They found 12 bullet casings in the street coming from 3 different guns.
Oh, they shot the back glass on.
A block away, a car with a bullet hole and conflicting stories about who opened fire.
They shot at us.
I understand that.
Oh, I don't have no gun. I ain't got no guns.
The shooting happened outside Angela Johnson's house.
I mean, I was so horrified, and I was in the house. I went to the bathroom, you know, just to keep safe, for my sake.
Johnson says she's had enough, and for good reason.
I stopped going to funerals because it just hurts me so bad, really.
Have you lost friends to violence?
I lost a lot of friends and family members to violence, yes.
Last year was especially violent when it comes to gun crimes. 20 homicides in Lafayette, the most in at least 5 years, 19 involving guns. So far this year, 9 homicides, 7 with guns. There are an average of 3 calls for gun crimes every day in Lafayette, 21 per week. Putting those numbers in perspective, that's 4.3 calls for every 1,000 people. New Orleans, a city sometimes notorious for gun violence, gets 4.8 calls for every 1,000 residents.
We don't want to bury one of our kids.
Back in Lafayette, on West Foch, Angela Johnson says she's lucky, but can't help but wonder, what if?
What if anyone would have got shot? Then, I mean, it would have just been another funeral.
The shooting was unnerving for others on Foch Street, like Brian Taylor.
I was sitting in my living room. I could see and hear everything.
What was that like?
The 4th of July. Yeah, to say the least. It sounded like the 4th of July. I heard a lot of people screaming and a lot of commotion.
These neighbors joining countless other Americans in asking why, what is the solution?
And it has to stop. Somebody could have really get killed. One of those kids, the neighbors. It has to stop somewhere. It has to.
Over on KATC.com, you'll find an interactive map tonight showing the 25 gun crimes that occurred for the week we focused on in this special. You can hover over the icons to learn more about each incident there. And Shots Fired is part of a project with ABC News and affiliates across the country. You can see more tomorrow night on Nightline right here on KATC.